So the next thing I want to do is talk to you about the tools that I've never used in my design career so far. Just because I've been doing really basic stuff, nothing animated, nothing three-dimensional. So I haven't ever used this object rotate tool or this camera rotate tool or the hand tool. I have only a couple times used the pen tool and only once used the path selection tool and only once used the clone stamp tool. So these things are good to know what they do, but often like you just won't have to use them a lot. And so I usually Google these tools because it'll be so long since I've used them that I will have to remember what I've used them for and the steps that I use them in. So let's talk about the tools that I've used then. This is a great tool if you just want to copy and paste something from one layer onto another. This is the cropping tool. So if I want to make a rectangle photo square, I can crop it. However, you would have to open that photo in a separate tab up here and then crop it, save it again, and then place it onto your square. Because if you were just going to crop, well, let's just say it this way. You can't crop just one layer. You'd crop the whole thing if you used it here. Eyedropper tool is exceptional for lettering. If I want to create letters that are the color of this apple, I select my type tool and I drag out a type box, and you can see that it adds it as another layer and it always has a T in it. Then I come up here, well, let's do it this way. I'm gonna leave it in this blue for now. This is the font that I could use, and there's plenty to choose from. This is if I want it to be regular or if I want it to be bold. This is the size. And then again, if you want letters that are crisp or smooth, or the edges are super strong, or if you want them to be sharp, you'll just notice that it'll change the edge of the lettering by whatever you select. And then these are like in Word, so if I want my lines of writing to start on the right, then I hit this one. If I want them centered, then I hit this one. If I want them to, I mixed my right and my left up. If I want to start on the left, then I hit this one. This allows me to create warped text if I want to create like a banner look. And this is a pop-up menu that I love because I can double click and switch things here. And I'll show you what I mean. So I'm gonna type hello. Or I'm going to try to type hello. Okay, so what's wrong here is that my text is too big. So for me to change something like that, I have to double click in the text and it highlights it. And then I go to font size. I can pick like 12 and then you can see it again. If I want smaller font, I can change this. Oh, no, this is font size. This is if there's layers of font. So if I go like this, you can see that moving something closer together is small numbers and moving the lines further apart is big numbers. I want to move my letter distance. 5 is super tight. -25 is tighter. And what's tricky about this is that for each document size, the distance is a little bit different, so I can't just file in my mind that -75 is going to look like this with every font.